Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're out here on Emerald today and see if we can get on some of these walleye. Get us a basket full of them. Before we get started, though, I've got this Element 8.6. It's a 3 to 5.7 pound line, and just starting out, this is probably going to be your best rod around level. I'm thinking level 10s when it opened up and I came up here the first time. So, and this reel as well. It's got a 7 pound max drag on it. So I'm running both of them with a 6 pound line, and you're gonna want this narrow 1/4 ounce spoon, just a silver one to work. And that's really all you need to fish up here. You're gonna spawn in over here at Midland Charm, and what you want to do is look at your forecast, and you see as we go into nighttime, 9 o'clock, it's going to spike up there. That's when we want to be fishing, is at night. So we're going to go in, and as soon as we get in, we will run the time on forward till 9 o'clock tonight and see if we can get us a basket full of them. We don't want to buy a boat right now, so let's move this on till 9 p.m. You just want to walk straight out here. It's old muddy looking water. And this big tree right straight out in front of us here, that's probably my favorite place to cast out there. Just throw as far as you can with this rod and reel. You're going to get 170, 160 feet, somewhere in there. Turn your reel speed to 3 and let it fall almost to the bottom. And then you'll start cranking it and just keep an eye on that lure. See if it does anything weird, or they just pick it up and go with it. And it's not unusual to come down here and catch a fish for the first 5 casts. I mean, just one right after another. And then you might have to cast a little to the left or a little to the right. There's 2 lighter colored trees, one to the left of the big one to the right. I'll usually throw toward those and switch it up a little bit if I quit getting bites right there in the middle. And then when I come back to that middle tree, usually they pick up again. So that's not even a really big one. 2.5 pounds, 75 XP, and $220. So that's a big difference from Lone Star Lake. So once you can come here, what I do is when I first come here, I'll fast forward my time till 9 p.m. If that's when the hot time is during the night, I'll fast forward to whenever the hot time is. And I'll fish, catch a full basket. And then I'll fast forward. I'll go back and look at the time for the next night. I'll come out and just fast forward till the next night. And that'll cost you $500 to extend the day, but you don't have to leave the map every time. If you leave the map every time, you're going to be going in the hole. You want to come up here and fish 2 or 3 nights, 3 or 4, however many you want to. You can always buy more license while you're at the lake too if you run out. So when I leave the game, I just leave my guy here at Emerald, and when I come back, I'll just pick up where I left off. If I need more license, I buy them at the lake. So it was 2 casts, 2 fish. See if we can go 3 for 3. There we go. Might have a little bit better one on this time. And as you go through you'll get different achievements for fishing at night. You'll get awarded it's a nighttime colored spoon. It's kind of purple colored, the narrow spoon. That works pretty good up here too. You can switch it out back and forth between it and the silver one. And there's a trophy walleye. I mean, we're at 160 XP and $362, so that is a big difference from Lone Star. So once you get here, you know, you can get through your levels pretty good and get some money built up. Start saving up for those bigger rods, because we'll probably grind it out here until we've got enough money to go to the Everglades. We're gonna have to have some new rods, some new bait. We're gonna want to have a much larger fish hut, because going to the Everglades and catching the largemouth bass and stuff, you can't make enough money on it if you don't have a big basket. This is some fun fishing here too as well. We may y'all just let me know in the comments. You can get the kayak or the little aluminum boat here and kind of travel around the lake a little bit. If y'all'd like us to do a little boat fishing here on Emerald, we can do that. I know there's a little spot out there you gotta take a boat to where you can catch the Sawyer, I believe it is. I'm not for sure if that's exactly what fish it is, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'll have to look into it. But we can go give that a shot and see how it pans out. I do believe the walleye is the best paying fish in this lake though. See how the bait kind of act a little funny right there. Usually when I get it about, I'll kind of bump it a little bit around 80. And then when I get under 80, I'll reel it on in. But there's two places that you come across on the way back. The first one's around 120, 115, 120, and the second one's around 105. But I guess there are little deep holes in the water there. So your bait will kind of act a little strange on you, but a lot of times when you're pulling it up out of that deep hole, you'll get a bite. There's one. So we've been fishing about right at a half hour in game time, and we've got pretty close. We'll get this fish in, we'll have half a basket. That's yellow perch there. I thought that was a Sawyer fish I was talking about. They're kind of colored up like that on the side, but we'll keep them anyway. This is the other tree I was talking about throwing out. There's one of the deep holes there. There's a fish right on the edge of it. They like to hang out around it for some reason. Feels like we've got a real good one on right here. When we get this guy in, I'm going to stop recording. We'll take a look at the time. I'm going to get this basket filled the rest of the way up. And if I catch anything real good or anything, I'll bring y'all back in. If not, I'll start recording again when we get the basket full. We'll check the time, see how long it took us, and I'll show y'all how I fast forward through to the next night with just spending $500. If you do it wrong, if you hit fast forward to the next morning, then you're gonna have to wait like 30 minutes or an hour before you can. That's a decent little walleye. 30 minutes to an hour before you can move the time again, unless you spend a bait coin. And as hard as they are to come by, I don't think you want to be spending them right now unless you got to. But I'll get back with y'all when we get the basket filled. It's 9:41 p.m. in game time right now. Alright, we've got another one on here. It's 9:55 p.m. now. And we're up to 22 pounds in the basket. So a couple of more fish and we've got a full fish hut. So it don't take long to make money in XP out here. It does get a little repetitive, but you will catch some trophy walleye and stuff like that that'll kind of raise your spirits a little bit on it. So one more fish, but really we're gonna make this cast. If we get one on this cast, then we'll keep it. If not, then we'll go on through the night, because if you get a 26-pound basket, say you catch that last fish and he's 2.5 pounds, well, it's gonna put you over the weight in your basket, so the numbers will turn yellow up there. But what it really does is it causes damage to your fish hut, and it's really expensive, especially when you get up into the bigger nets. It's really expensive to repair them. I've got the 550-pound net on my Xbox, and it's I think I paid $18,000 to repair it one time. So what we'll do is go back into the map here, pull up the weather for day 2. So you're gonna have this spike here from 9 till 12, and then it'll pick back up. So if you don't catch everything right here, you can always fast forward and fish right here. And then the third night's gonna be pretty. It's gonna take a little while to catch them all on the third night, but you can still do it. So we'll go back in here and we'll move it up till it says 9 p.m. again. Hit forward time. It's going to cost us $500 to extend the day. We'll do that. So, in one night, an hour game time, we made $2,114, 757 XP. So you can't beat that. And then once we go to the next net size we'll buy, it'll be the 55, I believe. When we buy it, then that'll give us even more money for a night. So that's been fishing at Emerald Lake. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all got something from it that y'all might be looking for. Until next time, God bless and have a good one.